the information, and the entertainment that Michigan needs. Bring your talents and creativity to the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com to get started.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is meeting with President Trump in Washington, D.C. Plus, good news for two of the president's cabinet picks, with Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. advancing. We'll have the latest live from D.C. And one group is traveling the country to show high school students the benefits of pursuing blue-collar jobs rather than college. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Checking out the planner for Marquette. Yeah, it's going to be cold, as you can see. Single digits. Fortunately, there'll be less wind overall, so chill factors, while still probably below zero, won't be super or extreme cold here. And generally partly cloudy skies, partly to mostly cloudy for the night. Might squeeze out a few flurries as well. And indicative of the cold across the region, a lot of single digits here with, again, mainly partly cloudy skies. The rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you. This evening, President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are meeting at the White House. Netanyahu is the first foreign leader to formally meet with the president at the White House since his inauguration. At the center of the Oval Office discussion will be the situation in Gaza, including Phase 2 of a recent ceasefire agreement. Phase 1 of that agreement was complete right before Trump officially took office. However, Phases 2 and 3 will need to be negotiated and implemented under the Trump administration. White House officials say the remaining hostages are being held in Gaza are a top priority for Trump. This trip is Netanyahu's first outside Israel since the International Criminal Court, or ICC, issued arrest warrants for him and other top Israeli government officials. However, the U.S. does not recognize the court's authority over its citizens or territory. Two Trump cabinet nominees each cleared major hurdles on Capitol Hill today. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live to tell us what comes next for both Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr., who have both seen a somewhat bumpy process. Hey, Brendan.
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Yeah, definitely a bit of a bumpy process for these two cabinet picks, each for their own reasons, both seeing some bipartisan skepticism. RFK Jr. for his stances on things like vaccines, and Tulsi Gabbard for her different national security stances. Coming into this week, some Republicans did appear a bit skeptical, but that skepticism has been put on hold, at least temporarily.
Mr. Chairman, the final tally is 14 ayes, 13 nays.
Tuesday, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. clearing his largest hurdle yet as the Senate Finance Committee advanced his nomination to lead the Department of Health and Human Services with a 14-13 vote along party lines.
It was a decision I studied exhaustively. I took very seriously. And as I said I would, I spoke with Mr. Kennedy not once, but multiple times over the weekend, including this morning.
Leading up to Tuesday, RFK Jr.'s fate was unknown, with key Republicans on the committee, including Senator Bill Cassidy, expressing some doubt.
But my support is built on assurances that this will not have to be a concern, and that he and I can work together to build an agenda to make America healthy again.
Now the nomination is set to be considered by the entire Republican-led Senate, the last hurdle RFK Jr. will need to clear. It's too early to tell how the floor vote could pan out. Kennedy can only lose 3 Republicans, but some lawmakers feel as if it's already a done deal.
Yeah, well, he has the job. I mean, that's obvious. He has the job.
Meanwhile, success for another cabinet nominee. Tulsi Gabbard, President Trump's pick for Director of National Intelligence, secured approval in the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, advancing her nomination to a final floor vote as well. In recent days, some Republicans pushed Gabbard on Russian aggression, U.S. government surveillance, and NSA leaker Edward Snowden.
So was Edward Snowden a traitor?
Senator, my heart is with my commitment to our Constitution and our nation's security.
I questioned her extensively about her views on Edward Snowden, and I am now satisfied.
And Kevin, those final confirmation votes for both Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. could occur as early as next week. Later this evening, the Senate is expected to vote one last time on the confirmation of Pam Bondi, Trump's pick for Attorney General. That happening, we're told, around 7 o'clock this evening. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much as always. A national tour stopped at Manistee today to give students hands-on experience in blue-collar industries. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has more.
The Western Welding Academy brought its blue-collar tour to Manistee Middle and High School.
We're traveling the country. We're going to hit 32 high schools in 60 days, teaching kids the importance of the blue-collar trades.
Students watched demonstrations on different types of welding, then put their gear on and tried it for themselves, some of them for the first time.
Kids need to understand that college is not the only option. You can be in a blue-collar trade, make good money, take care of a family. Blue-collar trades are the backbone of our nation, and they're super important.
Despite the historical importance and benefits of blue-collar jobs, welding and other trades are struggling to find workers.
American Welding Society says right now there's a shortage of 400,000 welders. Even if the best welding schools in the country graduated 1,000 kids a year, the average age of a blue-collar worker is 45 to 56 years old, and they're retiring faster than we can replace them.
By putting the tools in their hands, the blue-collar tour encourages students like these to fill those open positions.
I started welding freshman year, and I actually really liked it. Turned out I was actually pretty decent at it, so I thought I'd try it. I'm glad this is happening. It's pretty cool.
Now the Western Welding Academy heads for Illinois, the next of 21 remaining stops on the blue-collar tour.
Join a blue-collar trade. The country depends on it. Plumbers, machinists, mechanics, electricians, any of it. It's super important. If we can inspire one kid today, we've done our job.
When I say blue-collar, you say tour! Blue-collar! Blue-collar!
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Manistee.
Grand Marais is preparing for their involvement in the UP 200, being a significant checkpoint in the race. The community's many volunteers will aid sled teams as they reach the race's halfway point. Locals say it's the highlight of the winter, as many other events are held throughout the weekend, including a silent auction, raffle, and their well-known cardboard sled races.
The energy is high. Everyone's really excited that the event is coming up. We're so happy. Having had to pause it for 2 years because of race conditions, it's making this year so much more special. We're all excited.
Grand Marais' race checkpoint includes a vet check for the sled dogs, as well as food and shelter for the teams to rest before heading back west to finish the race. We'll have more information this evening at 11:10 Central. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break, plus an Escanaba tradition is coming to an end with the Cruisin' Classics Parade set to kick off one last time this May. And later in sports, Mike tells us about a Michigan Tech basketball player being named Offensive Player of the Week for the 4th time this season. We'll be right back.
If you are suffering from mesothelioma, lung cancer, or pulmonary fibrosis, you may be entitled to compensation, even if you smoked. Call Detroit-based Goldberg, Persky & White, working lawyers for working people for more than 35 years.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
This job, it's about sacrifice for something nobler than yourself.
Here goes everything.
The FBI's are back in action.
Move, move, move!
We can stop this.
Eyes open, safety's on. Look at your back. Tracking down people who don't want to be found is our specialty.
CBS Tuesday is FBI night.
Well done, everybody.
The FBI's are all new. CBS tonight at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to buy get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's big winter sale. It's that time of year when you spend more time on your sofa, more time on your recliner, and more time in bed. During Shunk's big winter sale, you'll save on the furniture you need. And there's big savings on quality Amish dining room, too. Have it built the way you want it, or save even more on floor sample closeouts. And mattresses from Serta, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster. The selection and discounts have never been greater. Shop Shunk's big winter sale at both locations for big discounts. Shop Shunk's in Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
We have some cold winds around for tonight, that north to westerly flow here. Not real good for any kind of lake effect, especially with the air drying out. But it does mean that we will continue on the cold side here. Fortunately, the winds are dying down, so not a lot of wind as we head into Wednesday morning. More variable. You can kind of see a little spin here. We got the southwest winds here in Wisconsin, westerly winds here in Marquette. So shows that there's probably a nice little high pressure system here that should help keep things dry as we head through most of Wednesday. That high will drift toward the east. Here comes a bit of a return flow later in the day on Wednesday, and that will modify the air a little bit, but we're still going to be in the cold side. So for tonight, just a lot of clouds, not seeing any lake effect here. And those clouds will dissipate, as you can see, into Wednesday morning. And we'll try to get some sunshine in here as well. Actually, won't be a bad-looking day for Wednesday. And as we head on toward the end of the day, again, nice weather here. Here comes some snow, though, for Wednesday night. And that trend will continue into Thursday morning. How much snow are we expecting? Right now, we're probably looking at about a couple of inches here by midday Wednesday, and maybe up to 4 inches along the Wisconsin border from this system. It's not lake effect, it's a general upper level system. Well, we checked out last month's temperatures. Now let's look ahead. What are we expecting here for the month of February? Temperatures in general appear to be a bit below normal, not a lot, but we do expect somewhat below normal temperatures. As for precipitation, a lot of it here in the eastern Great Lakes, but for the Upper Peninsula and Marquette, yes, we will be above normal. But again, we're not expecting any serious amounts of snow or rain for the month of February. So we check out the forecast here for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy in the grand scheme of things. Temperatures will be falling into the single digits here for most of you with nice light wind chills as the winds will be light as well. Tomorrow we do get a rebound, at least we get into the 20s here. Partly sunny skies. Not a bad looking day. We're getting into February, so the sun a little bit stronger than it was on the first day of winter back near just before Christmas. So the sun does have a small effect on the temps. Temperatures will be in the lower to mid-20s. After that, we rise, try to get to 30 on Thursday here, but we will have some snow. You saw a couple of inches of wetter snow. Could be a rough go traveling Thursday morning. But as that low goes by, we drop back into the low 20s or near 20 Friday. That trend will continue into the upcoming weekend. Maybe a little more snow on Saturday.
Tom, thanks once again. This spring, a beloved Escanaba tradition is coming to an end. For 4 decades, the Cruisin' Classics Fun Run Parade has served as the unofficial start of car show season in the UP. The Cruisin' Classics Car Club will host its 40th and final show in May. However, the DDA will host a new car parade launching in 2026 as the Ludington Street Cruise. The fun run typically draws thousands of people to Escanaba and as many as 800 vehicles.
We cannot express our sincere appreciation for the immense support from our local businesses. The entire event will be bittersweet for the ones that have been coming to the show for numerous years and those of us that have been involved with it from day one, and for the community itself, because it's been a huge event for everybody.
The club will continue to be active in community car and fundraising events as they are excited to go out with a bang on May 31st. The excitement is growing for the return of the UP 200. Coming up next on Insights, we're joined by the Marquette DDA to hear how they're preparing for one of the UP's biggest events. That conversation takes place in 2 minutes.
What happens when the world's best journalists come together?
This was an entire building. It will take years to rebuild.
We're from CBS News, American television.
You get the all-new CBS Evening News every weeknight.
US Med, a trusted supplier of diabetes equipment for nearly 30 years,
has great news for people living with diabetes and the pain of regular testing. New Medicare and private insurance guidelines have expanded coverage for continuous glucose monitors, even for people not using insulin. The days of repeated, painful finger sticks are over. Now you can wear a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, and eliminate routine finger sticks. US Med has the newest models of CGM, which are more accurate and convenient than ever. CGMs are shown to lower your A1C, increase your time in range, and reduce the risk of hypoglycemic events. Shipping is free, and will even bill your insurer directly. Don't spend one more painful day testing your blood sugar. Call now to get your continuous glucose monitoring system so you can take control of your diabetes and get back to enjoying life.
Call US Med now.
How much longer? Relax. I can't. This online betting thing is getting out of control. Come on, we're having fun. But we need to pay rent, buy books, groceries. Blah, blah, blah. They're called priorities for a reason. We'll get to those things. Maybe. This isn't gonna end well.
Don't regret the bet. For tips that will help you play it smart, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The UP 200 is almost here, one of the biggest events of the year for the UP and one we've missed out on for the past 2 years. Joining us on Insights tonight is, of course, Mike Bradford of the Marquette DDA to tell us what it will look like this year. Mike, welcome back.
Happy to be here.
All right, let's start with the opening ceremony. What's that going to look like?
Yeah, so opening ceremony starts at 6:30. Always an exciting opportunity. Everything will already be in place. It is actually a good time too to kind of see, the dogs and the mushers and just kind of see the whole thing kind of start to build up. And unlike other years, this has been building up now for years because we sadly haven't been able to see this, in a while. So yeah, 6:30, right on Washington Street by 7th Avenue. That's where things really start to kick off. And then it goes the whole way down towards Lakeshore, where then it veers south to go, to end at Grand Marais. And yeah, basically throughout that entire time, the UP 200 will kick off at 7 p.m., 2-minute intervals. And then at 8:30, you got the midnight run. So you got a pretty good stretch, of sled dogs, the mushers. It's gonna be a great event and is easily one of the biggest winter events, we have.
Sure, and it absolutely will be shutting down almost all, downtown businesses here.
Yeah, the setup definitely takes a lot of time because they got to truck in a lot of snow. So they basically close down the entire stretch of West Washington the entire day. It basically starts the night before, but it's so worth it. And so, for any of the viewers out there, plan ahead. If you want to come to downtown, there are plenty of places to park, that, are right next to where things kick off. So just go to our website at downtownmarquette.org and you can kind of map out your trajectory, of where to park. Because, with UP 200, the downtown likes to get into this too. So a lot of downtown businesses like to have what we call warm-up parties, So, a lot on Washington will provide either some specials, hot drinks, some music, and maybe either other types of special events to, engage, with the event and the people coming downtown.
What's it going to be like to have it finally come back, you think, Mike?
Oh gosh, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, so this time of year, it's always much slower as far as tourism goes. And this really gets people out of the house into the cold for a specific cause. And this is a huge shot in the arm for downtown businesses, basically to get them through the cold season, through the shoulder months, into summer. So this is a very important event. And I have to hand it to the Sled Dog Association. Despite having the event closed or canceled the last 2 years, they still gave the community something to enjoy, the Festival of the Sled Dog. But I know that the community, and especially the businesses, are so happy to have the event itself back you know, in downtown Marquette.
And it does fall on Valentine's Day this year, so
I know.
I know some businesses will have some stuff going on.
I think everyone's loving that. And so, yeah, it kind of adds a little something extra, too, you know, on its return. So, yeah, February 14th. So I know, like, for example, Read My Lips, you know, right outside your doors, you know, is going to be having events that whole weekend. And so, yeah, businesses on top of that are just adding something more, you know, to engage with this event, the community, and I'm really excited for it. It is one of my personal, you know, favorites, you know, of the entire year.
And we just have a little bit of time left, Mike. So let's talk about Restaurant Week as well coming up.
Yeah, so that's not this month, thankfully, but so we still got some time. But yeah, Restaurant Week, March 9th through the 15th. It's during the slow time of year. It's basically a great opportunity for the community to enjoy some of, you know, the local flavors, you know, that we have in downtown Marquette. And we always have great participation. Each restaurant kind of bringing its own flavor to the events, but also it gives them a chance to try something new, experiment something for the menu and see if it sticks. And so this is a great opportunity for the local community to support your local restaurants. During the slow times, try some new foods, go out with your friends, your partners, so on. It's just a great event.
Sounds great. Mike, thanks so much. Always appreciate having you on.
Yeah, happy to be here.
All right, and coming up next in sports, Mike breaks down the players of the week for GLIAC basketball, and a top volleyball player from the UP is committed to playing at Michigan Tech. We'll have the details on her record throughout her high school career when we come back.
We know how you feel when you're not laughing at CBS.
Disappointed!
Precisely. But, lucky for us, Ghosts is all new.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
So, gather together.
I don't like where this is going.
We're bringing friends from all walks of death.
Look like we both die from arrow. I get mine defending village from army. How you get yours?
It's similar. Yeah, very similar.
Ghosts is all new. CBS Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central, and streaming on Paramount+.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Give your home a fresh new look with our energy-efficient windows and stylish doors. And here's a deal you won't want to miss. For a limited time, when you buy 3 windows or doors, you'll get 1 free. That's right, buy 3, get 1 free. Don't wait. This offer ends February 28th. Call today and start transforming your home with the Window Store. Quality windows, doors, and unbeatable savings. Only at the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. Michigan Tech men's basketball player Marcus Tomaszek has been named GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week for the 4th time this season. Tomaszek led the Huskies in scoring in weekend sweep over Davenport 77-69 and Grand Valley State 81-66. He scored a game-high 28 against the Lakers and his 12th career 30-point game with 32 in the win over Davenport on Thursday. Lake Superior State's Hunter Soper was the men's defensive player of the week. Meanwhile, an Upper Peninsula basketball player is the GLIAC Women's Defensive Player of the Week. Escanaba grad Nicole Kameen of Grand Valley State scored 26 points, gathered 15 rebounds, 7 steals, 6 assists, and a block in Laker wins over NMU and Michigan Tech. The 48 points for NMU and the 51 for the Huskies were both teams' second lowest scoring outputs of the season.
Stepped in a little bit more compared to my freshman year. I kind of didn't really know how to play good defense in college basketball, but now definitely got into that level. Yep, some of my shots were falling today. That's an unusual sight. Usually I'm a driver, but I was shooting well.
Well, under the weather today, I was impressed how well she played, but you know, she's getting more patient offensively, and I thought you saw that today. She hunted shots, but she didn't hurry shots, and she made her shots. She hadn't been making them, and then defensively, she's just all over the court. You know, she's just a monster.
Community second in the conference and 26th in the country with 55 steals. She's the second in both points per game at 9 and rebounds per game for the Lakers at 4.4. Her teammate Paige Van Stee was the offensive player of the week. Grand Valley State, number 1 in the country, hosts Lake Superior State Thursday. NMU visits Saginaw Valley Thursday. Michigan Tech travels to Wayne State Thursday. UN Trout Creek's Elise Bessinen went over the 1,000-point mark in her basketball career as Wisconsin Superior. The Yellow Jackets defeated the North Central Rams 60-53 in overtime on Saturday. Bessinen had 14 points. That basket by Bessinen was a game last month, a buzzer beater, as Superior defeated Bethany Lutheran 64-63. Taking a look at the UP basketball polls, might as well start with UN Trout Creek. They are second behind St. Ignace in Division 4. Munising is third, still undefeated. Baraga is fourth and Lons fifth. In Divisions 1 through 3 for the girls, Negaunee is still number 1. Gladstone remains second. Then it's Sault Ste. Marie, Houghton, and Calumet. On the boys' side, number 1, Forest Park in Division 4, all 6 first-place votes. Then it's Pickford, Norway, North Dickinson, and Dollar Bay. UN Trout Creek and Baraga also received votes. And on the boys' side in 1 through 3, it was Marquette. Iron Mountain is next. Then it's Kingsford, Westwood, and Munising. Negaunee also picked up a couple votes. The Michigan High School Athletic Association has selected 10 student athletes from Class C and D member schools to receive the MHSAA Farm Bureau Insurance Scholar Athlete Award. 3 are from the UP, Dane Baining of Munising, Joshua Gaunt of Dollar Bay, and Mustang Trevor Nolan. Each will get a $2,000 scholarship. A first-team All-State volleyball player from the Copper Country is signed a national letter of intent to continue her career at Michigan Tech. Number 12, Maddie Torla earned All-State honors in Division 3. She was also All-Region and a first-team player in the Westpac. Despite suffering a leg injury, she led the Copper Kings in blocks per set, aces, and kill efficiency. And finally, in UP Team Bowling, the Westwood boys and Ishpeming girls are your regional champions in the UP. The event took place Saturday in Iron Mountain. The Patriot boys defeated Menominee in the semifinal and Iron Mountain in the final. The Hematite girls dropped Calumet in the semifinal and Ishpeming in the final. The UP boys singles finals are Saturday in Marquette. Kevin, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Now don't go away. Tom DeVecchio gives us a look at our nighttime temperatures and a final look at weather when we come back.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
It's quiet and peaceful here in downtown Marquette for now, but that is about to change.
Get ready, UP. The countdown is on for one of the biggest winter events of the year, the UP 200 Dog Sled Race. And only 19 News will give you the best coverage. 19 News will bring you live reports, exclusive interviews, and behind-the-scenes looks at the teams preparing to conquer the cold. 19 News, your home for the UP 200. Brought to you by the Window Store and True North Federal Credit Union. WZMQ 19 seeks a talented and dynamic multimedia account executive who thrives in a fast-paced working environment. Passionate, motivated, goal-oriented individuals should apply. Responsibilities include identifying the needs of local businesses, developing strong relationships, selling advertising on our TV, digital, and CTV platforms. Email your resume and cover letter to advertising@WZMQ19.com today.
This is extreme crime.
To catch him, they'll use every trick in the book.
We were operating against ghosts, and ghosts are tough to find.
Top investigators and police use the latest forensic science to uncover the truth and solve real cases. The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
We'll have some pretty tranquil weather for tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy skies overall. That's going to lead to some sunshine as we head toward Wednesday. A decent looking day, albeit still on the cold side here. And then the next weather system bringing some snow Wednesday night into Thursday morning, expecting about 2 to 3 inches from that particular event. It will be a wetter snow too as temperatures approach 30 degrees. We're back to cold for Friday into the upcoming weekend. Kevin, back to you.
Tom, thank you very much. And coming up tonight, we'll hear how volunteer students from NMU are helping out prepare for the UP 200. That and more coming up at 11:10 Central. We'll see you then.